In today's video, we will see how to build a fully functional customizable bottom navigation bar like this in our Flutter application. Ready? Let's go. To display the bottom navigation bar in our Flutter application, we will use bottom navigation bar property of the scaffold widget. And here we will use a new shiny widget called navigation bar. And inside navigation bar, we can provide our destinations. And each destination is created using the navigation destination widget, which has an icon and a label. So let's specify those details. Icons.home line, and let's specify the label as home. Hit save, and as we can see, we are currently getting an error. Destinations.length should be greater than or equal to 2. It means we need to have at least 2 or more than 2 destinations inside a navigation bar. So let's add other destinations like this. Hit save, and let's restart the application. And as we can see, our beautiful navigation bar is showing up in the Flutter application. But wait, I know you are wondering, we can also add a bottom navigation bar using the bottom navigation bar widget. Then what is the difference between a navigation bar and a bottom navigation bar widget? Let's clear that up next. The navigation bar widget uses Material 3, the latest design system by Google. It supports animation, elevation, and it looks more modern. Whereas the bottom navigation bar widget uses Material 2 design system, which is older but still works fine. And if you are starting out with a new project, I would highly recommend going with the navigation bar. Next, let's see how to respond to tabs and change pages. Right now, if I tap on any icon like search or profile, nothing is happening. To make it working, first we need to convert our start page from stateless to stateful widget. So let's do that. And we have to make this change. It's because in Flutter, whenever something on the screen needs to change based on the user interaction, like in our case, switching pages, we need to manage something called state. And in our case, the state is currently selected destination. And we are going to keep track of it using a simple number called index. For example, for home, index is 0. For search, it's 1. For profile, it's 2. And for setting, it's 3. So every time user tap on this icon, the index changes, and based on that index, the app will know which page to display. So to keep track of that index, let's create a variable called current index and assign a value of 0. Hit save. Next, let's create a list of pages, one for each destination. And I have already created the pages for each destination. So let's create a list. Final list of widget, because each page will return a widget, and let's name it as pages. And first we have the home page, next search page, next is the profile page, and lastly we have the setting page. Okay, and currently these pages just display a text at the center of the screen. Next, let's go to start page, and inside scaffold, let's specify the body parameter. And here now we will switch the pages based on the current index like this. And if I hit save, as you can see, immediately the home page text is getting displayed at the center of the screen. It's because the current index value is set to 0. Next, let's go to navigation bar and implement the onDestinationSelected event. And here the value represents the index of the currently selected destination. So let's assign that value to current index variable like this. And let's wrap this inside a setState method so that whenever the index changes, we can update our UI. Hit save. And now let's click on this search icon and profile icon, and as we can see, the pages are changing, but there is one problem. The destination is not getting highlighted when we change the pages. So to fix it, let's go to navigation bar, and here we have one property, selected index. So assign the current index to it like this. And now if we click on the search icon, we can see the destination is also getting highlighted. Our navigation bar is now fully functional. Now let's see how to customize it. And now here comes the fun part, customizing the look and feel of our navigation bar. But before we start, first we have to wrap our navigation bar inside a widget called navigation bar theme, which has a data property where we can specify our customization using navigation bar theme data. Let's start with background color, which we can change using the background color property. Let's set it to colors.brown maybe. Hit save. And as we can see, the background color of our navigation bar has been changed. But now there are two problems. The text and the icons are not clearly visible. So let's fix that. To fix the text color, we can use label text style property. Okay, and we can set it like this. Text style, and let's change the color to maybe white. Hit save. And as we can see, our text is now visible. And to fix the icon, we can use the icon theme property. And if we look at it, it requires a icon theme data, which we can specify it like this. Icon theme data. And let's change the color to white. Hit save. And as we can see, our icons are now looking good. Next, let's change the selected destination color, which we can change it using the indicator color property. So let's set it to colors.brown and let's use a different shade, maybe 300. Hit save. And as you can see, it's now looking good. Now to make our selected destination look even more attractive, let's do two things. First, let's change the icon when the destination is selected and also change the font. To change the icon, let's go to navigation destination and let's use the property selected icon. And let's specify the icon. Home, hit save. And as we can see, the icon changes as the destination is selected. Now let's specify the icons for other destinations as well. Like this, hit save. And as we can see, now if I change the destination, the icons are changing. And now to change the font, let's go to label text style. And instead of widget state property.all, let's use .resolve with, which provides us a state parameter. It provides us the current state and it can have different value like selected, disable, etc. And currently we are interested in the selected state. So let's add a if loop over here and check the state using the contains method. And it should be selected. If it is selected state, then let's change the font. And here we will be using Google Fonts. I have already configured this project with Google Fonts. So let's use Google Fonts and let's use Pacifico font maybe. And to make our selected destination look attractive, let's increase the font weight to bold and also increase the font size to 18 maybe. And keep the color to white. And if it is not selected, then return a normal text style where we will keep the color as white only. Like this. Hit save. And let's restart the application. And as we can see, if I change the destination, the font is changing like this. And it's now looking good. And just like that, we have implemented a fully functional bottom navigation bar in our Flutter application, which looks modern and polished. And it's now time for a bonus tip. Normally, when we switch destinations in the bottom navigation bar, Flutter rebuilds the entire page every time. To illustrate this, I have implemented a simple counter functionality in the home page. Now let's click on this floating action button. And as we can see, the counter value is increasing. Now let's go to the other destinations and come back to the home destination. And as we can see, the counter value resets to 0. To fix this, let's go to the start page. and replace this code for the body parameter with IndexedStack. And for this widget, we have to provide two parameters. First one is the index, where we can provide the value using the current index variable. And next is the children, where we have to provide our pages. Hit save. And now to verify that it's working, let's increment the counter, go to the other destinations and come back to the home destination. And as we can see, the counter value is now preserved. IndexedStack keeps all our pages alive and only shows the active one without rebuilding the others. And just like that, our app feels way smoother and more professional. And that's it. I hope you found this video helpful. Hit like and subscribe for more awesome Flutter content. Until next time, keep coding, keep learning, and I will see you in the next video. Happy coding!